Yeah, so indeed, the first quarter was the very good. We published a very good results, very much representing the strong growth of the smoke-free products. And those products, the better alternatives to cigarettes, represent more than 40% of our revenues. These revenues are growing at the rate of a 20+%. We also enjoyed a nice profitability margin expansion. So I believe it was very well recognized by our investors. Yeah, so our products are developed, designed, and marketed with the purpose of helping people, adults, to leave smoking behind, the combustible cigarettes. These products enjoy the growing demand in every part of the world, including obviously GCC, which we're bringing our newest innovations, both in a heat-not-burn, but also recently the nicotine pouches, which are gaining high popularity among the smokers in the United States, but in other places in the world. There are more than 1 billion people still smoking cigarettes in the world, about 10 million in a GCC. So there is an underlying demand when the smokers are learning about the products and replacing cigarettes with these alternatives. So the demand is very strong. Well, our most important acquisitions in the recent years was acquisition of Swedish Match, the company which developed, invented the nicotine pouches as the better alternative to the oral tobacco. The company had a very strong presence in the US, and this was also on our strategic priorities, how we can re-enter American markets. So that acquisition was the most strategic element of the further accelerating the transformation of Philip Morris International to become a fully smoke-free company. Yes, so we received, in addition to our IQOS heat-not-burn authorizations, which we received from the Food and Drug Administration agency in the US, we received it recently for our ZYN nicotine pouches. I mean, it's very important because it gives a lot of comfort to the regulator. On the one hand, what are these new products entering the market? What is their role in a public health? That's very important. But also gives a lot of confidence to consumers that products has been reviewed, that they are manufactured according to the highest quality standards, and so on and so on. So these authorizations are very important for us as the company, but also for the consumers. I mean, you have agencies, you have governments in many places in the world which are opening and adjusting their regulations to allow for these products to enter. I mean, I'm very pleased also with the recent changes in the UAE when these products also are regulated, and therefore we can enter the market and offer them to smokers in UAE. So we're very pleased with the progress which we're achieving country by country with the regulators. Well, let's start with the consumers, with the users. I mean, there is a very steady, strong growth quarter after quarter. Let's remember we started our journey with IQOS about 10 years ago in Japan. So Japan is presumably on the forefront of the changes the products like IQOS can bring to the market of combustible traditional cigarettes. More than 50% of the smokers in Japan has stopped using cigarettes, and they moved to products like IQOS. So this just shows tremendous potential of this new category, where smokers benefit, public at large benefit, and obviously is a benefit to us as the front runner and the first mover in this category. The product also enjoys the very strong demand in the GCC, in UAE. We came a little bit later to Saudi, but even in Riyadh, the product starts approaching 5% of the market. So the progress is very strong, very steady, and I think there is even more opportunities in front of us as the smokers, as the consumers are becoming aware of the propositions and they're aware of the new ritual and the benefits these products are bringing to them. We're going to further expand organically in the market where these products are already present. I mean, we obviously enjoy very much, strong results and, based on a strong demand for this product. But we're still in many places barely scratching the barrel. Okay? There is still more smokers out there than the people who are converted to these products. I mean, there are billion smokers, and these products for us, for Philip Morris International, represents the base of a close to 40 million. So you still have a lot of room and work to be done, and a lot of room for the growth. But we're also continuously investing behind these products. I mean, our latest IQOS Illuma I, which we also bringing to one of the first countries to UAE here, is the result of the further product investment, the product development, when the technologies are getting better and the experience to the consumers is delivered in a better way. So, once you open the box with innovations, you continue innovate on the things which were innovative a few years ago, but they subject to the further progress. So this is where the company is focused, and we have quite significant resources which we put behind our research and development department in order to satisfy the ever-evolving consumer needs. So historically, we operate with the supply chain structures which are very regional. So therefore, by definition, I mean, we have a much less exposure to tariffs or potential tariffs, especially when we follow the discussion the last weeks or days. So I'm not saying that the tariffs might have or will have a zero impact on a PMI, but the impact, if at all, will be, I believe, very negligible, but they'll also see how the tariffs conversations will unfold. What I think supports very much the recognition by investors of Philip Morris as an investment proposition is the smoke-free products and the underlying demand for these products, which is there in every market and is growing, and this translates into the strong revenue and profitability expansion of PMI.